We humans have this incredible urge to explore, right? We've gone to the deepest parts of the ocean, the tippy tops of mountains, we've even walked on the moon. But there are still some places, both in our world and in others, that are completely and totally off limits, shrouded in mystery, danger, and a warning. So, yeah, let's dive. Some of these places are completely wrapped in government secrecy, fueling all kinds of wild conspiracies about what exactly they're hiding from us. Then you've got other forbidden realms, the kind born from digital nightmares. Hellish landscapes that you find out used to be something else entirely. Some places are forbidden, not to protect us from what's inside, but to protect those inside. And what's so fascinating is how each one represents a different kind of boundary. You've got North Sentinel Island, which is a cultural barrier, right? It protects a tribe that wants absolutely nothing to do with the outside world. Then there's Snake Island, a purely natural barrier. It's so full of deadly vipers, the Brazilian government literally forbids anyone from setting foot there. Area 51, well, that's a wall of pure state secrecy. And Mount Kailash, that's a spiritual one. A sacred peak that to this day no one has ever climbed. Here's where it gets really interesting. Our real-world forbidden zones, they only give us fragments of a story. We get the what, but we rarely get the full why. So what if there was a place that didn't just contain a warning, but the entire epic tragedy from beginning to end? You can actually trace their story in five tragic steps. It's a journey that starts with them being masters of their own world and ends with them becoming these wandering, haunted shadows, forever cursed by their own choices. So it all started with them just taking too much. The ancient builders consumed everything in sight. They hunted entire species to extinction, stripped the land of its resources, and their industries polluted the world so badly the seas began to rise. And what happens when resources get scarce? People fight. They split into warring tribes, pirates, miners, all battling for the scraps of a world they themselves had broken. But their biggest mistake, oh man, it came from pure hubris. In this desperate attempt to conquer death itself, they started messing around with the souls of the dead. They built this thing, the Wither, a creature that was supposed to give them ultimate power. Instead, it became an uncontrollable apocalypse that just tore their civilization apart, forcing the survivors to flee deep, deep underground. But hiding underground just wasn't going to cut it. They were being hunted by their own monstrous creation, and this new terror called the Warden. So they made one last, desperate leap of faith. They ripped open a portal to a new dimension, leaving their ruined home behind for this desolate, alien void known only as the End. And this is where their story has its final, tragic twist. In the end, the only thing to eat was this strange chorus fruit, and over time, it changed them. Their bodies grew tall and slender. They learned how to teleport, but it came at a terrible cost. They forgot how to build. The greatest builders the world had ever known became the Endermen, forever wandering, picking up blocks, a faint, painful memory of who they used to be. Okay, so you might be thinking, cool story, but it's just a game. Well, not exactly. This story isn't just a fantasy. It's a mirror. The tragedy of the ancient builders is a powerful and honestly, a deeply uncomfortable metaphor for our own history and our present. I mean, look at this. The parallels are they're impossible to ignore. The builders wiping out forests, that's the Vikings clearing out Scandinavia. Their resource-driven conflicts, that's the colonization of the Americas. Their constant fighting and their belief they could control everything, well, that's just the story of humanity, isn't it? A cycle we seem to repeat over and over again. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't some fan theory. The game itself tells you this is on purpose. This quote, right from the end credits, spells it all out. Minecraft isn't just a game. It's a story, a cage of words, built to hold a very dangerous truth about us. So here's the bottom line. The game is basically telling us that we, the players, are their descendants. When we fire up a new world, what do? We start the cycle all over again. We chop down forests, we strip mine the land, we consume everything. Their ruined world isn't just a backstory, it's a warning about where we could be headed. So the ancient builders, they left behind a story of ruin. A cautionary tale written in shattered ruins in haunted dimensions. Their chapter is closed, but ours is still being written. Which leaves us with one final, pretty unnerving question.